Hey, it's Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, aka Man of the People. I enjoyed this job, even though there's some adversity right now in covering this team. So many things that are happening that makes it challenging. But you know what? I'm not going to waver. They're not going to catch me slipping. I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to do it with a lot of passion. So Friday, you know what it is? Not too long of a video. It's basically the end of the week, your final injury report for this Carolina Panthers team. And I know some people may be like, man, Chris, you didn't schedule the video. I didn't get the alert. Sometimes it's going to be like that. But as always, if you're watching and before I get off, click the link in the description. These shows are interactive. These are not just monologue, talking heads. You hear me. You all always have the opportunity to join the video, ask me your questions, make a comment, get out some frustration so you can make sure you have a good Friday leading up to the game on Sunday. All right, so keep that in mind. Like the video, subscribe, help us get to 10,000 people. And I still got this Bryce Young jersey right here that I have not yet opened up. So I think I have an idea. I think I should give this away the week that we play Houston. What do you think? Leave a comment. Should I give the Bryce Young jersey away the week that we play Houston? Nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into this injury report. We played the Miami Dolphins on Sunday, and yeah, I'm not a betting guy, so I'm not going to bet on this, but wow. I don't know what the over-unders are for all the things involved in this game, but I will put your wagers in now before everybody realizes how depleted this Carolina Panthers team will be facing the Miami Dolphins. Or maybe it's worth putting $1 on Carolina winning and you get some crazy multiple for winning. But nevertheless, let me say what's up to everybody that has signed on so far, hitting that like button. I appreciate it. Let's go and look at it. It's a long one, and you'll see why there's some possible trouble ahead. So you got running back Miles Sanders out. Free safety Xavier Woods out. Chandler Zavala out. Do you see the problem here? Now, we knew Chandler Zavala would be out. Miles Sanders, earlier on in the week, he hinted would be out. But there's a lot of people on this list. Austin Corbett, he's out. Tight end Steven Sullivan, he's questionable with a hip. And then Brian Burns and Derek Brown, they are both questionable. But I'm going to tell you, I feel like this. I feel like Brian Burns and Derek Brown are questionable, but they're going to play. So only if you just want to just give the Dolphins the game and, I don't know, have your players' morale hurt because they just got blitzed. I really feel like those two guys will play. What's going on, Rails? Appreciate you tuning in. Let's go ahead and continue to get through the rest of this list here with everybody. So you also have tight end Giovanni Ritchie. He is out. Now, he did not practice these past couple of days, and then he went to out. But here is another big one. It just popped up. Safety Von Bell, he will be out. Tight end Ian Thomas, he's questionable. So just in looking at this list right here, you have your free safety, that's a starter, out. You have your safety, that's a starter, out. Of course, you still have J.C. Horn, that's out. And you're going to get Dante back. But this secondary is facing a really good team, and we have a lot of your primary starters not out there. This game to me feels like a big gut punch that's coming, right? Because, and I always cheer for this team, it's so much more fun when I'm covering and saying, man, I'd love to come on Sunday at around 5, 6 o'clock saying, man, what a game by this Carolina Panthers team. Frank Wright, Thomas Ivero, they did their thing. But the concern is, I've been super impressed with Ivero and this defense and their next man up mentality. But I feel like right now we're at the bend don't break, but we might have a snap and a crackle this weekend because of all the circumstances. I don't like to say that these guys are weak-minded by any means, but you've been going through a tough stretch where you haven't been able to do enough. You just got beat up in Detroit. Some of that had to do with a short field. Kind of in the back of your head, hey, I'm about to have a bye week. You go out there and you get like any kind of instant success by the Dolphins and lack thereof by the Panthers, where we're just trying to do a little dink and dunk. And maybe Bryce doesn't even throw a touchdown. Maybe, they come and they get a good score early on that first possession, whether it's quick, whether it's long. It doesn't matter. You got some guys, the potential is there for someone to be like, I'm going to check out. I'm just saying. That's your injury report again. I'll put it back up on the screen. Miles Sanders, Xavier Woods, Chandler Zavala, Austin Corbett, Giovanni Ricci, Von Bell, all will be out this weekend versus the Miami Dolphins. Coach did let us know that Raheem Blackshear will be active. Feels like Chuba Hubbard will get the bulk of the carries, but said it's going to be hot down there in Miami, so the running back by committee will certainly be in effect. We're going to see, win or lose, for me, the biggest thing, I feel like the defense will stumble this weekend because of all the adversity that they have had. So what I'm hoping for this Sunday against the Dolphins is that they'll go ahead and open up the playbook for Bryce. They'll let him be a big boy. They'll use all their wide receivers. Some coach will be assigned with making sure that, hey, here's a checklist for players that must play. They get it down pretty good in Pee Wee League. Pee Wee or Pop Warner. So many players must play the first half on both. Blah blah blah. And then the second half you do. So somebody will have some recollection from Pee Wee League to say, okay, these guys are going to play, and maybe we're able to put up 28 points, 21 points, 20-something points against the Miami Dolphins. I'd be happy with that. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what you think will happen for this Miami Dolphins game. Set your reminders. Andre and I will be live at 11 o'clock on Sunday pregame, getting you ready for the matchup, and then we'll go live post-game as well. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Supernova. Thank you, AJ Lindsay. Thank you, Rails. I will see you all again Saturday, unless there's some breaking news beforehand.